Okay guys, I'm doing something totally different on my channel today. We're shaking it up a little bit, trying something a little different. So I had a few people mention that they enjoyed when I've done fashion and beauty content. And I love sharing that stuff. It's so fun for me and it's something I'm passionate about. But I also think it's much more important for me to share about my faith and what God is teaching me and the Christian advice content that is on my channel. And so that ain't going away. And I was trying to figure out how I could do both. And so I had this idea of what if I did on some of my videos, not all of them, but some of them, I did segments. So I could do the first half of my video being the advice content and the spiritual content, and the second half could be some kind of lifestyle or beauty or style content. So that's what I'm trying today. You can look in the description box for the timing of each segment. So it'll say like, at this point, this starts the Christian advice content, and at this point in the video, it starts the lifestyle content. So you kind of know where to go if you're looking, if you're wanting to watch one part of it. But I hope you will watch both parts, especially the Christian advice, because you guys, what really matters? Our relationship with the Lord, but we can have fun with style and beauty and lifestyle content as well. So let's just get into this new content. I want to share with you guys a question I received from a gal who follows me on Instagram. This was such a wonderful question she asked because it got my mind spinning. She asked me about how, well, she said she struggles with wanting to look beautiful, but concerned about, is it vanity, wanting to look nice, wanting to look pretty. And she shared that in the past she's received criticism when she's worn makeup or even worn pants to church by others in her life. And so this question I thought was perfect for me to unpack on my channel because y'all know I love style, I love beauty, I love fashion. And it's a passion that I have in my life. But to be honest, I have in my own spirit struggled with that passion that I have. I felt like sometimes, like, why can't I be passionate about something that's more of eternal worth and value? But at the same time, knowing in my spirit, it's a unique gifting to who I am. And I also have been gifted to speak and share God's truth as well. So I don't know why I worry about that. I think we all have different interests and giftings, and some of them are not in and of itself of a spiritual purpose, but it can be used to glorify God in that gifting. And so I want to talk about this topic of, should Christian women prioritize looking beautiful, or is that being vain? Well, let's talk and read from Proverbs 31. Let's talk about the Proverbs 31 woman, that idealistic standard of what a Christian woman should be like, that so many of us at times have felt like, wow, I could never be like that. But I think this is actually should be a really encouraging passage to us all, because we should remember that this is probably showing the whole life of this woman and throughout the different seasons of her life. So it's not just like a picture, I think, into one time of her life that she was doing all these things at once. And it should be encouraging because we have so many voices out in the world telling us what a woman should be like, and it's just so confusing and it's so misleading and it's often so wrong. But God's word gives us just an encouragement of what we as Christian women can be like, and it's the truth. So alrighty, I'm gonna share this verse and to get you thinking about this concept of beauty. So first it says, she is not afraid of snow for her household, for all her household are clothed in scarlet. She makes bed coverings for herself. Her clothing is fine linen and purple. Skip down. She makes linen garments and sells them. She delivers sashes to the merchants. Okay, linen, purple, and I think even scarlet were not the cheapest of the cheap items back then. They were more expensive items, fabrics to be used for clothing. So isn't that an interesting thought, that the Proverbs 31 woman dress nicely, and it was something that she prioritized for her family as well. Okay, let's go down to this classic verse in Proverbs 31 where it says, "Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised." So if we were just to look at that at face value, we might think, oh, so I shouldn't be charming. Oh, maybe I shouldn't be beautiful because I should just be focusing on fearing the Lord. But we just read about how the Proverbs 31 woman dressed nicely. So let's unpack first charm. Charm is deceitful. Okay, have you ever met someone and you thought, wow, they're so charming, they're so great in this group of people, they seem really great. And then you maybe get to know them more. I mean, you've seen this in movies too, where this person has this great first impression, but then you peel back the layers and you see, wow, that person actually is pretty deceitful because who they appear to be is not who they really are. So charm can be deceitful. Well, what about where it says beauty is vain? Another version in the Bible says beauty is fleeting. And I like that version because I think what it's talking about in this passage is that, you know, there's this like endless pursuit for beauty that we'll never reach this idealistic standard of beauty. And it is fleeting in the sense that we will not always be youthful and our beauty fades with time. But a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. And I think what this is talking about is the priorities of what truly matters. It says in my commentary in my Bible, it says, "A godly woman may well have outward charm and beauty, but these are of secondary importance to her godliness." And that's the heart of the issue. What should make us different from women who don't have a relationship with the Lord is that we have our priorities in the right place. And so we're valuing fearing God. We're valuing the care and keeping of our soul, growing in a relationship with God, serving God with our lives first and foremost. And then we've got the care and keeping of our outward body. It's on that list of priorities, but it's not first and foremost. It's farther down on that list, which leads me on to this second thing I want you to think about. Our inward, what we look like in our hearts, our inward spirit shines out to the world to see. And this is proved by the point that we've all met someone that by the world's standards, they're not a supermodel. They're not the most, I think I just spit. They're not the most beautiful person you would ever see. But once you get to know them, they are beautiful. They are absolutely beautiful because of the joy that they radiate from who they are. And that shows us that beauty is more than just skin deep. It's in our spirit and it does shine outward. And isn't that so crazy that the Bible speaks about this? Like the world doesn't get it, but we get it as believers, that our love for Christ shines outward to who we are. And so going back to where it says charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. As Christian women, how we look on the outside should be what's in the inside. We shouldn't be deceitful and looking so beautiful and put together, but then our heart is not in the right place. We should be this combination of beauty on the outside, but beauty on the inside as well. And I want to talk about the fact that beauty, the world has it so wrong, is that there's not just this one standard of beautiful. You know, so many of us played with Barbies when we were little girls, and we saw that body type as the ideal body type. And it's still something that is being pushed in culture, that we have to look this certain way. But God didn't create us all one certain way. And that gets to the heart of who God is, that he is a creative God and he creates variety. Look in nature. There's all different kinds of flowers and different sizes, different shapes, different colors, all the things. There's so much variety. And aren't you glad that God didn't just create one kind of flower, like there were just only roses? Roses are beautiful, but I want a little bit of variety. I want some peonies. I want some sunflowers. I want some variety. And so that speaks to us as women as well. God created women of different sizes, different shapes, different color, skin, different features, different shapes of features, all those things. God created to create variety. I keep using the word create, but to make variety. And all of those things are beautiful. What matters when we talk about physical beauty is that we take care of ourselves. I really do think that us as Christian women, we have a responsibility for us to take care of ourselves, to exercise, to eat well, to wash our hair, to prioritize those things, to look put together, and to hold it all within the right perspective, but looking the best for ourselves and who we are and who God created us to be. I'm going to show you guys how I made styling my hair that is very thick. It is very coarse, like I joke and call it horsehair, and it's very frizzy, as you can tell. How I style it with this length. I also have curtain bangs. So what I do now, I should have showed you guys the blow dry process, but it's super easy. I rough dry my hair, which means basically I just do this. And I use this blow dryer. It's by Babyliss Pro. It's the Ceramics Extreme. But Babyliss or Babyliss, however you say it, is, I guess it's Babyliss because it's B-A-B-Y. Babyliss is a great brand. I got it off of Amazon. It's definitely worth it to invest in a nicer blow dryer just because of the power it has more. Not necessarily, I don't feel like it necessarily changes the end result. Maybe it makes it a little more smoother, but it's just like more powerful, quicker. So that helps a lot. So I just rough dry it, no diffuser or anything. At this point, I haven't put any product in my hair either, which is so weird because I used to always use a blow dry spray in my hair, but my hair has changed in the last few months and I've struggled with a lot more oiliness. Then at this point, I've blow dried my hair. It's dry, it's ready to go, and I curl it. I use this curling iron. I believe it's like a 1-inch curling iron. It would be nice to have a little bit bigger one because, as you can see, my hair is really long. But I have one that is a bigger barrel and it just doesn't work as well because this is a little bit more expensive of a curling iron. And I do crank up the heat all the way. And that's how I've styled my hair these last number of years. Let me know if you have frizzy, thick hair and you try this out and it works better for you than maybe what you're doing right now. And I hope you enjoyed this. Well, that is it for this video. Let me know what you guys thought about this new format. It won't be for every video, but I'm gonna do it here and there, maybe more or less. It probably depends on how you guys respond and if you enjoy it. Please comment below, let me know what you think, and like this video if it was helpful to you in some way or another. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next Monday in my next video. Okay.